welcome to NDTV. I'm Anjali Istawal and you're watching FYI, a show where we discuss the issues that matter the most to you. The festival season has begun. Starting from the Navratras, it will go all the way up to December till Christmas. In fact, we can safely say India is in party mood till the New Year. But the fear is that the lockdown fatigue and complacency might lead to carelessness, and we might be at a risk of squandering away all that we have achieved in terms of reining in the pandemic. Now, the questions that we are asking today in this show is that can the festive season raise the risk of COVID-19 spread? Is it possible to have a safe and distanced celebration? Also, how will COVID-19 impact economy during the festive season, as this is the time the economy really takes a boost from the spending done by celebration. Now, the Prime Minister of our country, Mr. Narendra Modi, also said that in the festival season, citizens must not forget that while the lockdown is over, the coronavirus is not. This is not the time to be careless, is what he said. He cautioned in an address to the nation.
भले चला गया हो, वायरस नहीं गया है। बीते 7-8 महीनों में प्रत्येक भारतीय के प्रयास से भारत आज जिस संभली हुई स्थिति में है, हमें उसे बिगड़ने नहीं देना है। ये समय ये मान लेने का नहीं है कि कोरोना चला गया या फिर अब कोरोना से कोई खतरा नहीं है। हाल के दिनों में हम सब ने बहुत सी तस्वीरें, वीडियो देखे हैं जिनमें साफ दिखता है कि कई लोगों ने अब सावधानी बरतना या तो बंद कर दिया है या बहुत ढिलाई ले आए हैं। ये बिल्कुल ठीक नहीं है। अगर आप लापरवाही बरत रहे हैं, बिना मास्क के बाहर निकल रहे हैं, तो आप अपने आप को, अपने परिवार को, अपने परिवार के बच्चों को, बुजुर्गों को उतने ही बड़े संकट में डाल रहे हैं। रामचरितमानस में बहुत बड़ी बात कही गई है। आग, शत्रु, पाप यानी कि गलती और बीमारी, इन्हें कभी छोटा नहीं समझना चाहिए। जब तक इनका पूरा इलाज न हो जाए, इन्हें हल्के में नहीं लेना चाहिए। इसलिए याद रखिए, जब तक दवाई नहीं, तब तक ढिलाई नहीं।
Now, in West Bengal, the Calcutta High Court on Monday ordered that Durga Puja pandals will be out of bounds for all the visitors in public interest. In Delhi also, around 12 Durga Puja committees decided that Durga Puja celebrations will be suspended this year due to the pandemic. Only for religious reasons, a small Kalash Puja or a Ghat Puja will be attended by 10-15 committee members. But how are the people reacting to this? Let's listen to what the residents of Delhi and Bengaluru are saying.
Actually, during Corona season, I don't think so I will go out to celebrate this festival. I will prefer to stay at home only with my family. It will be safe. Only I will call my near and dear through phone and wish them. This is the safest way to save ourselves and our family too.
So basically we'll be just staying at our place and just sending couriers to the people and sending Diwali cards to them, sending our love and not going at their place, and most probably just do the puja at our place of Diwali that we do, and that's it.
Actually, of course with the mask and social distancing, and we will go to that area, those are not very crowded. Obviously it's a one-time festival because it comes in once a year, so definitely we will go for shopping. But see, just I have come today, it's closed, but some of the shops are open and I am enjoying now. So I'll also advise the same to the people that don't go to the crowded places.
For all these past 6 months, what I have been doing is staying home. That is the safest thing to do. that is the thing I'm going to do even this festive season.
We would like to stay at home only. There's no doubt. No one wants to take risk of life.
We have to stay safe only. Just come to work and go to home. That's it.
So festival season we'll have to be at home, be safe, because don't want to disturb any other people. So we'll have to enjoy at home only, because we have got a big family. We should have a distance, safe for everybody, all the people. So we enjoy at home.
Because now Corona is there, so be safe at home.
We should be very safe and very careful. That's more important than the festival, I feel.
So how to have a safe festive season? To talk about that, we are joined by some people who are part of the puja committees and also by the medical community. Joining us right now is Shribas Bhattacharya, who is a secretary of Puja Pandal Organizer Kali Mandir Society in CR Park in Delhi. Also joining us is Dr. Kunal Sarkar. He's a cardiac surgeon in Medica in Kolkata. From Chennai, Dr. Anita Ramesh Chandra joins us. She's professor and head of medical oncology and in Savita Medical College and senior medical oncologist in Apollo Speciality Hospitals. Also from Kolkata joining us is Arijit Maitra. He's general secretary, Samaj Sevi Sangha Puja organizer. Thank you very much, all of you, for joining us. Mr. Maitra, I'll begin with you because Puja is a time which is very important for the people of West Bengal, not just Bengal, in fact, for most of us, you know. And how are the people taking the decision of the High Court there?
There is a mixed reaction, you know, because 30 days back when the state government guided us that you have to keep all mandaps, the pandals, three side open, and you cannot allow 20 to 25% more than that visitors inside that, and nobody will get inside the pandal. From outside they will see, and there will be one entry and another a separate exit. So we were prepared for that, and our all puja organizers already invested so many funds for organizing this as per the guidelines, and suddenly this court order stalled everything. There's no footfall at all in our pandals, and already the stalls and the banners and gates all are installed, and we are in a big soup because, you know, the sponsors will not give a penny, because since they are not getting any footfall. So the organizers, they've already, some pujas are already inaugurated.
Okay.
So now it's a catch-22 situation, what to do, I don't know, but we have organized everything.
Okay.
We have already, for the last 30 days, we kept a separate entry. We were sanitizing, there was sanitizer, mask,
right,
everything
Mr.
was
Maitra,
prepared.
you were taking all the precautions from your side, and this, you know, confusion of decision, delay of decision also is a problem for most of the organizers. But I'll ask Dr. Kunal Sarkar. Dr. Sarkar, do you think it is possible to organize puja with safety precautions in place? Is it possible to have a safe puja pandal, or it's better not to do it?
Anjali, it's virtually impossible, you see, and especially anybody who has a little bit of familiarity that with what puja in Calcutta means. It means happiness, it means joy. It also means mammoth crowds, you know, crowds the like of which I don't think many people have seen in their lifetimes if you're not from the city. So I have, you know, as a doctor, I have every empathy, every sympathy for the puja organizers. I think we've been very unfair to them. And what has been unfair to them, because politics is a funny business, is the hesitancy that has been brewing around for a good part of 1 month. We've been a bit of a pussyfooting, neither here nor there. Global Advisory Board, the state cabinet, etc. We have been unfair to them. But as doctors, we have been petrified because the numbers have been very stagnant. But on ground, the infection situation in Bengal and Calcutta has not been stable at all. Hospitals are under tremendous pressure, and we cannot conceive of a situation where even if the numbers go up by 25-30%, we would be hopelessly inundated. So I feel, all of us feel for the people who will be missing out on the fun. We feel for the organizers, I think, who've been terribly shortchanged. because these directions, what came from the judiciary, should have come from the government a good month before. And these poor people, with all the great effort and sincerity they had put in, I think they find themselves between the devil and the deep blue sea. But from the health standpoint, we had no choice. I think, there is a review today in the courts where the doctors' organization is also a party to that hearing today. And we have no choice. I think we were compelled.
Right, absolutely. Maybe this is the time that maybe 1 year we skip the festivities for the sake of health.
True, very true.
Right. Mr. Bhattacharya ji, in Delhi, this decision was taken sort of in tandem with the government, The Puja committee sat down with the representative of the government and decided that they are not going to go ahead with the massive festivities. What made you all take that decision?
Yes, we took the decision like there will be no pandal, no bhog, no prasad, smaller idol, only puja, no festival, no celebration. This is what we decided.
Right.
But and we decided it long back in the month of September only.
Mr. Bhattacharya, how will you stop people from coming there?
Yeah.
Yes.
We have already notified to everybody through various means, social media and the posters and various other means. We have circulated to everybody so that they should not come. And we took the help of local police also. They are also very helpful. They also said yes, they will help us in organizing this puja this time.
Right. Dr. Anita, do you think it is a better decision to, as Delhi Puja committees are thinking, let's not have a big festival, let's keep it a very small puja, or do you feel that it is possible to have some sort of celebrations if you take the proper precautions?
Yes, Anjali, you are very correct. Now, just let me give a little bit of update on Corona. We know the numbers are rising, but in the last few days, the curve is coming down a bit. As on today, the number of cases is 7.6 million in India, while 1.15 million deaths recorded. But if you see the global news, there are cases, and there are cases of second wave of coronavirus coming in some countries. Some countries have relaxed, and again they are putting the restrictions because they are afraid. So similarly, in the same condition in India we are. And now it's the second highest country in the world after US with the number of cases. But good is that we have done well. Our recovery rate is plus 88% and our mortality is less than 2. Hopefully we have peaked, but we don't know. The virus is still there. The battle with COVID is not over and no vaccine has come yet. So we have to wait. The world and even India has to put a break at this point of time. As a medical person, I will definitely say nothing to do with just do your work. We want India's economy to be back. We want India to bounce back. So do the necessary business and the other activities just to keep the economy going. Do not go for any celebration. Do not relax yourself. Enjoyment is a subjective
Dr.
term.
Anita, I want to ask you a question. There were reports and there were accusations from certain opposition parties saying that Onam was a reason for rise in this sudden rise in Kerala. Is it ever possible to ever trace back all these cases to a festivity, or we'll just have to speculate as far as that is concerned?
Yeah, see, there is no, Kerala was doing very well, but suddenly after Onam, it rises. So people do think, and the government agencies do think that the social distancing was relaxed, and that's why. And I think it's a good valid point also, because all the places where major spread has occurred is basically due to gathering of people, and that's the only evidence available now. So I think that at this point, we should not lose the break. Yes, absolutely. So social distancing has to be kept. You have to wear masks, use sanitizer, maintain distance, do what is necessary and do not go out if it is not needed.
Yes, Mr. Maitra, that brings me to my original question. Maybe this decision could have been taken by the puja committees themselves, maybe a little in advance. Why wait for the government's direction, or why wait for the High Court? I mean, at the end of the day, in Hindi we say, "Jaan hai to jahan hai." So if you have your health, you have the entire world and your God.
But I agree to your this point. But one thing you can see that in Kolkata, the spread has increased because of this shopping malls, in the market areas. But a total crowd is over there, not in the puja pandas. Puja organizers are much more organized. They can make a queue, they can make a social distancing, because they care for their para people. They're careful about the community, their family. But what about the markets? What about the business going on in South Kolkata or in North Kolkata? You can see the crowd is hanging around in a shop. There is 50 people inside. So where the restrictions are for the business people, they are using this that we were locked down for last 6-7 months. So now they're looking for the economy to come back. But for the organizers, we have already preparing ourselves. There were doctors inside. We kept ambulance, medical centers, everything were ready. We were preparing ourselves for the last 30 days when the state government allowed us to do the puja. And we were preparing we have curtailed the budget. We are doing, for Samaj Sevi, we have curtailed 75% budget, and we have taken over Amphan affected 75 families. We have adopted them. We are helping them because, on the month of May, the super cyclone came in and they devastated the Sundarbans.
Right.
So we have taken over that our collection will be for them. But now we are in a soup, but the spread is in the market area, not in the
Let me
puja
throw
community.
that question that you're raising to Dr. Sarkar. Dr. Sarkar, do we have double standards when it comes to economy and religion? We think for the sake of economy, let's open the markets and it's fine. But when it comes to religion, we are like, no, let's not take that decision.
Anjali, I think you could not be more correct. I think we've had not just double standards, we probably had triple standards and quadruple standards. Because when you talked about Kerala a little earlier, Kerala, remember, a lot of the provocation to the numbers was also caused by travel, was caused by political activity. So we are underestimating things like political activity, and Urijit was so correct when he pointed out to the, in terms of the commercial centers, the shopping centers, we've thrown complete caution to the wind. And what was more ridiculous is, in Kolkata, there was a gathering of more than 1 lakh of people celebrating some football trophy victory in the center of a raging pandemic. It was unbelievable. So we are from the medical community, we've got to go on telling people that we are dealing with a problem for which we neither have a medicine and we are awaiting a vaccine. So in this situation, any gathering, any crowd is a kind of toxic effect. So we cannot afford a crowd at all. Whether it is in front of a god, inside a store, inside a political gathering, whether it is for Bihar elections, a sporting event, it's going to be devastating.
Absolutely.
So that point has to be taken in. And I think, once again, we feel for the people, we feel for the organizers, but do realize the doctors are tired. 380 plus of them have died. Nurses have died. Do not stress your healthcare facilities beyond a point. It will be mayhem if you play with fire at this stage. Please do not.
Absolutely. And the decision makers, the political decision makers also need to understand that political rallies are not safe either. But Mr. Bhattacharya, how will you ensure, because there is a huge population of elder citizens in CR Park area, in Delhi area, how will you ensure if any of them are part of the committee or part of the 10-15 people who are coming in, they remain safe?
Yeah, only very few people are coming inside. Only very few people, because those who are organizing this puja, we need some population for having this, helping these priests to have this puja. And otherwise also, we are distributing books not here. If anybody is registered with us, we are sending the book to their place. It is not here. So we are taking all precaution so that nobody stands here, nobody comes here. There is no chair, nothing of the sort, only mandap is there, no pandal. So there is no question that people will come and stand here and mix up with people.
Right.
No.
Absolutely. Dr. Anita, I have 1 minute left. Before I leave, I would like you as a doctor to give some important precautions that anybody should take if they're going out for shopping also, because festival time is when we all go out and buy something for ourselves.
Yes, just a quick reference, like yesterday or 2 days back in Chennai, a very major silk shop was closed down by the government because on Sunday there was huge crowd. People went for shopping. There was sale going on. So the government also has to take, that's my first conclusion, be very strict at this point of time. Yes, we have to save the country. It is a matter of life and death. Point number 2, festival will come and go. I'm also a Bengali from Kolkata and I know how these celebrations go and how I have enjoyed. But yes, this is the stage to stop, break, observe and enjoy your family festival, and let this not be a community celebration this year. Yes, we do need to go out for work and for other activities, maintain social distance, use sanitizers, use masks, and frequent hand washing, and be very careful of the health. And if there's any signs and symptoms that you are affected, please meet the doctor at the earliest. We need to work together with the government and the population together. We cannot blame each other because this pandemic is not created by any one of us. It has come and we have to fight the battle together. So let's do it and do what's best for us.
Right.
Thank you, Anjali.
Thank you so much, all of you, for joining in this conversation. We do understand our emotions, our religion, our spirituality is close to our heart. But what is more important right now is our health and the health of the nation. Thank you very much for speaking with us. Well, now, before we take a break, we just want to give you this message along with the Ministry of Health and Niti Aayog. Please wear a mask, save yourself from COVID-19, wear a mask to ensure you, when you wear it, you ensure that you cover your nose and your mouth completely. There should be no gap between face and your mask. Remember not to touch the front of the mask at all after wearing it, and destroy or dispose of the single-use mask as soon as possible very safely. Wear a new mask, and yes, hold the mask from behind every time without touching it from the front. It is also very important to wash your hands thoroughly with soap and water before you put on the mask. Well, that's all we have for you in this show, FYI. We'll take a short break. We come back with more news updates.